Okay.
You're live? Jesus, you could have told us. Hey guys, welcome back to Little Big Opinions. We're here with producer Mark, who is just throwing us to the wolves here. Mark, you want to explain that to the listeners? What just happened?
I just don't understand. You didn't know we were gonna start this? Come on. I said okay. You guys just don't listen.
He said okay.
He said okay?
Yeah, he goes okay.
Right before he said, give us a 1, 2, 3 here. All right, we're live. This episode is brought to you by Sacieta Law, personal injury attorneys. If you've been injured in a car accident, you need more than just a lawyer. You need an advocate who truly cares and fights hard for what you deserve. Call Sacieta Law at 305-340-9082 or visit sacietalaw.com for your free consultation. Sacieta Law, where strength meets compassion. I'm here with Little.
I'm Little, and this is Big.
And I'm also here with producer Mark.
We know this.
What's up, good boys?
All right, so a lot's going on, but first off, how was your Thanksgiving, fellas? How was, the delicious stuffing? I think, Mark, you said the corn casserole was one of your favorites. How was your Thanksgiving? Any fights? Any political fights?
I think this was a very easy Thanksgiving all around. Very peaceful on all ends, on all family parties. It went as smooth as it can, except for my my wine review. I think that was an epic failure there.
You want to elaborate for the folks at home?
So last week we did our top 5. I don't know if you caught that, but we posted it on our story. So obviously now you can't see it. But anyways, Ryan had number 3. I don't remember the wine. Can you say it, please?
It's George de Bouf's. I forgot the name of the wine.
Okay, well, that's the wine.
Beaujolais Nouveau.
And that's on number 3 on his list. So I said, okay, I got to give it a try. The first thing that I should have realized is when it's the same year of vintage that you're drinking the wine, that can't be good. That's first. And then second, I'm like, Mark, let's go outside. Let's do this. I try to go outside because it's one thing of doing this podcast when there's no one watching except these cameras. And it's another when your family's there and you realize all of a sudden that like they're watching you. And I start to swirl the wine. It spills. I don't know if everybody noticed, but it did. And I had all these things that I was going to say and I just kind of flubbed. And I just like, all right, that's it. Good. See ya. But the wine, Ryan, we got to work on that, buddy. It could have been used for my avocados, when you put oil and vinegar.
How dare you?
Avocados, or just use it as straight like cooking wine or red wine vinegar because that's what it tasted like.
I'll tell you this: you were public enemy number 1, Mark. Everyone, I have a very loving family. You guys know this. They don't curse. They're good people. You were being cursed at. You were public enemy number 1. We were wishing harmful things on you and you only for that wine review.
I can take it.
The common person will just say, you know what, this is a family heirloom or this is a family tradition. Let me not shit on that tradition. But
I'm not shitting on it. You could do whatever you want. It's your tradition. You can do what you want. But just like last week when I called out Sarah for her soapy mashed potatoes, which is actually sweet potatoes, it's who I am, okay? Like, I'm a straight shooter. Like, it is who it is. It is what it is. If something's bad, I'm going to tell you. And I expect the same the other way around. And by the way, you're not always nice to me, buddy. You're always telling me things, and you're always at me. And I'll tell you guys something else. This guy thinks I'm the sensitive one. Oh, the things we've had to deal with Ryan,
Can you give one example to the folks at home?
Don't give it to them. I know where you're gonna go. Don't do it.
Oh, you better do it. I want to know.
No, we can't. I can't do
You
this.
better do it right now.
We gotta talk off camera.
No. We're going to do Barstool style, and this is what I want to do. I want to know right now what it is.
Ryan, remember when we were at my parents' house?
Oh, yeah.
It's also one of our friends. His wife's at the time was her first time meeting. Like, she came to my house for the family. So
who's this?
It was Steph. Remember, that was the first time she came. She met my parents. She met all of us. And we were talking about your bachelor party. Do you remember this?
Oh, okay.
Is this okay?
Yeah,
Do we keep
absolutely.
going? Okay.
Listen, go ahead. Go ahead.
So this bachelor party,
I cry one time.
We had to go to Vegas for Ryan's bachelor party, which was a great time. We had a great time over there, but it had to be on like Labor Day weekend, and we're like, wow, Las Vegas already is expensive as it is. Not only do we have to go to Vegas, but we have to go on a holiday weekend for all of Ryan's other friends.
So-called friends.
Right. It ended up just being, us and then Arnold and some other, but not the whole group that we were named that had to change to this weekend because that's the only weekend that, Victor and Miguel and Juan, they could go. So we, start getting at him, and all of a sudden, Ryan starts to cry. And Ryan is crying, and I'm like, oh my God, like, Ryan, we're just joking with you. It's okay. Of course, we're going to go to your bachelor party. And our sponsor, Alex, was pretty upset. He's like wanting to fight Ryan. I'm like, I'll just kind of relax, dude. Relax. He goes, this guy's crying. It's soft. I can't accept this. Well, and that was the whole show. So you call me sensitive, but
I cry one time. I sobbed in front of you guys one time because I felt insecure and I felt lonely at the time. You guys were ganging up on me. I just wanted to have a lovely, fun-filled weekend in Vegas, and you guys had to poo-poo that. So. Thanks for opening up old scars. It is what it is. We're gonna put this on the chalkboard, and we're gonna come back with vengeance now.
I would say that we're a pretty tough group. I think we all call each other out pretty much on things all the time.
No, you know what's funny about our group of friends? So for the people out there, we've been together since we were 3 years old. Legit, pre-K 3. Mark is the younger brother of Chris, so he grew by 1 year. He grew up with us. Same thing with our buddy Julian, the brother of Joey. So we have had this group of 6 guys that have been together for 33 plus years. And one thing that we don't do, we don't open up, dude. We don't rag on each other like I do with my other group chats and stuff like that because I feel like the group is sensitive. These guys are sensitive. Now, you know which guys you can josh and you can't josh, but I know what guys I can cry with and what I can't cry with. I know I can cry to you guys. And I can't cry to these other guys, so that's why I opened up that day.
Okay.
And plus, I was in the pool, so maybe you guys thought it was crying, but I think it was wet. I was doing belly flops.
It was raining, so maybe it was just some rain coming down.
By the way, if it sounds like my voice is cracking, it's because I'm sick, okay? It's not because I'm sensitive right now. Mark, help me out here, dude.
I just want to say for the record, I was not there that day. I was on a cruise, a quinceañera cruise working. So I wasn't a part of that. I wouldn't let that happen to you, big guy. I pick you every time.
Exactly. You were always the one that will always bet on me when I did my weight loss challenges and we knew that I wasn't going to lose weight, You would always be the one that would bet on me.
I'm there for you, buddy. I'm
this
there to give you
was
that.
Always on the opposite end. always on the opposite end.
Well, it's part of the relationship, dude. I think that's what it is. But you call me. The whole point is that you say I'm the sensitive one in this group. But
I cry one time and then you call me sensitive.
You're the sensitive one. So.
Okay. All right. So listen, that happened with the wine. Another thing happened. I saw Wicked, by the way, for good. I have been changed for good.
So I saw Wicked as well. Mark, you're saying something?
The second one? The second one?
The one that just came out.
For good. Have you seen either of them, Mark?
I did not see. I started watching the first one and then I stopped watching.
Okay, you should definitely watch the first one because they've got bangers all around. But the second one was as good as the first. Not the music wasn't as good, but speaking of crying, I cried. I cried during the movie.
Didn't,
I cried during the movie, dude.
No, you didn't.
I have girls, dude. Like,
what does that have to do with
anything? That has nothing to do with
being
crying
a girl
during Wicked.
You cry. I cried in Wicked for good. It is what it is. I cried in the first Wicked. I don't care. I am a man. And if I like to cry, I like to cry. It is what it is. So sue me.
What made you cry?
What made me cry when they were together and how they were literally overcoming everything. That last shot. That they're kind of going around and they're together singing the song together. I thought it was iconic. Cynthia Erivo and
Ariana Grande.
Ariana Grande. Incredible performances. Incredible performances.
I think both of them were incredible in the movie. I think that they I was very, very impressed with Ariana Grande. Like, she put on a acting performance, not just her singing. We know her singing, but I really felt everything that she was feeling in the movie. I thought she did a great job. I did not cry like this guy over here. But one thing,
you haven't cried since birth. I mean, I don't know when you do cry.
One thing that I didn't recall, I saw Wicked in, here in the Arts Center or whatever, and I had no idea what happened in the second half. I don't know what I was doing when I was watching the show, but I clearly didn't pay any attention because I had no idea. I'm not going to say anything about the movie, but I think I'm going to be with Ryan here. I think the second one is better than the first one. I think the first one's a little drawn out, and it's a little boring for people who aren't really into Broadway. The songs in the first movie are way better, like Ryan said, but it's a great movie. If you don't like musicals, don't waste your time because it's very musically. But the shots are amazing, the acting is great, the singing is great. It's a home run.
Go check it out. Check it out. Now,
only if they would have had a cheeseburger on set or something. Because what happened to those women? What happened to Ariana Grande? What happened to the other woman? I don't know. But that is crazy. You can see it.
You see it in the sternum.
Oh my!
Like
what's happening there?
I mean, doesn't look healthy, right?
No.
But yeah, the rumors. Well, the rumors. It's come out for years. Judy Garland on the original set of Wizard of Oz, they were starving her.
Yeah,
treated her like crap. So there was rumors coming out that they were starving these two. I don't know.
Well,
at the end of the day, the movie was incredible. Go watch it. Go watch both of them, and let's support our arts out there.
Nice. You are the sensitive one.
I'm sorry that I'm cultured, dude. Okay, so that was beautiful. That was great. Then we get to Sunday. We got to go to the Dolphins game. We're playing the lowly Saints. The Saints are 2-9. We're playing against a second-round QB who's not their future. And let's start off with...
Well, they think it's their future, don't they? They drafted him in the second round.
Yeah, but they don't really...
that's a high pick. They think he could be a guy. They might draft someone else.
He showed some spurts. But before we get to the game, I want to talk about the parking again. First off, we listened to the last guy that told me to shut the F up. I listened. They told us we had to be there before 10 o'clock.
Uh-oh.
We showed up at 10 o'clock. we showed up with some of our listeners. Shout out to Danny out there. And we were meeting up.
Yeah.
We were meeting up at the Denny's at 9:40. We had the plan. Now we had another group of buddies of ours that we love very much who, were going to meet us up.
Who are our tailgate partners.
They're our tailgate crew, and this time we're going to do it right. We get a text, Mark. We get there at Miami Gardens 9:40. We get there at 9:38 a.m. The Forces are coming. They're going to be there like at 9:42. I get a call from a very good buddy of ours who is an absolute legend. He's telling me they're 20 minutes away. And I'm like, I don't even know these guys that we're hanging out with, that we're tailgating with. So right when they pull up, they're like, "Oh, are we ready to go?" I got to look at the guy, and I got to go to his like his car, Mark, and kind of tell him like, "Hey, I got a buddy, and our buddies they're 60 minutes away."
The funny thing is the car rolls up, they put down the window, and I'm looking at them. He's like, "Can we go in?" And I just go, right.
Yeah, this guy really, yeah. So at the end of the day, we left. They show up. It's 10:05. We go. It's 10:08. We're getting into the parking lot. Orange parking. See you later. You're not parking on the west side of the orange lot. Everything is taped off. Again, to our favorite, we're gonna call it the LBO lot from now on.
Yeah,
that's the LBO lot. It's the third time in a row. I hate this lot so much. But I'm going to tell you this. It was a blessing in disguise, not only because we found our new tailgate village, but it started pouring rain, and it was asphalt, and it wasn't as muddy or nasty as it was before, so it worked out.
Yeah. So, Mark, you've been hearing about this, and, I've kind of hinted, like, this is the place that I go with Brittany. Like, obviously, it's a nicer place. And I think I heard it about 5 times. Hey, this lot's not that bad. Hey, this plot's not that bad.
It's growing on people.
It's good. It's a nice spot. It's kind of like a little secret that's now going to get blown up, but... you heard here, it's not our idea, so we're not going to be the one starting it. But we are looking for more people to tailgate with, okay? Come on. Dolphins Twitter, we want to hang out with you. If you guys have a place now, we're happy to go meet up with you guys now. But if not, we're going to start our own thing. This is a nice pavement, okay? We have plenty of barbecuing. We have plenty of friends. We have plenty of beers and alcohol and different things. And we have bathrooms, okay? Actual bathrooms. So
multiple stalls. We're not talking porta potties here, folks. We're talking beautiful concrete stalls.
Yeah. And if you really wanted to, you can walk 100 feet, 100 yard, no, a little bit more, but across the raceway, and you could be in the action. You could be the Finn's little setup
hub
too. And you can get
That's all free.
Yeah, it's all there to hang out. So stay tuned, guys. If you want to hang out with us and you want to tailgate with us, let's do it.
LBO lot. We're calling it the LBO lot, and you have to get there after 10 o'clock. That's the rule. So show up at...
No, well, we can tell them we want to go over there.
They'll never let us do that. You know them. You're going to put that much trust in one of these parking attendants? I'm not.
They say that you could park. They say that you could park wherever you want. If I get there at 9 o'clock and I can park wherever I want, and you're not gonna let me go to that lot, then we're gonna
have problems.
We're gonna have problems. I don't know what's gonna happen, but it's not gonna be good. We already threw an F-bomb, and my mom got mad at me. She said, "Hey, guys, you don't have to throw F-bombs." Well, Mom, sometimes we do.
Yes, exactly. All right. Speaking of F-bombs, Tua Tagovailoa. I have no idea. I have no explanation for this dude. He's lost all the feel of the command of being a quarterback in the NFL. He's just throwing to spots up in the air, kind of looking like Jameis Winston out there. He is not the guy. He lost it, dude.
Okay.
He's bad.
So
he's really bad.
You know, with our new tailgate buddies, we were talking a lot of Dolphins, and this is a sad day because I'm a huge Tua fan. Everybody knows that. I didn't tell this to Ryan, but I'm going to tell you guys all now together. I wore my Tua jersey in hopes, that it's going to give him that he was going to return. We're going to see a little bit more of the Tua that we've seen in the past. And we did see the Tua of the past, but we saw the Brian Flores era Tua. And I have no other way to describe it. I think it's all caught up on him. He said during the offseason that his ankle doesn't have the same mobility. We see that. All of us see that. Obviously, he has the hip that came back last year. He has all the concussions, and it doesn't seem like he's able to move up in the pocket anymore. Like he's scared to do so. When he does have time, he seems jittery. Like the pass to Waller, like he was wide open, dude. He had plenty of time. Set your feet and throw. He's not setting his feet. I don't know what it is anymore, but it's just so tough to continue to defend. You just look. I look bad. I hope that next week he looks like the Tua that was 2023, but it's getting further and further and further from 2003 Tua, and it's sad. Right?
Do you think it's the lack of weapons on the outside that he?
No, yesterday he made a lot of bad decisions. He's not setting his feet for whatever reason. So 3rd and 1, there's a play action pass going out to his left, to his throwing side. Julian Hill, he throws it behind him. Like, he doesn't do this stuff. Like, he's so inaccurate, and that's not his thing at all. Then there's another play where you have the play action, then you have the tight end, you have the 3 levels of tight end, you have the receiver, and then you have Waddle. You don't throw to Waddle. We all know. Ask John Gruden. You throw to the fullback, man. Throw to the fullback. Get the yards. And even where we were watching, the fullback might have been covered, but the second guy wasn't, and he goes all the way to Waddle, almost throws a pick. Should have been a pick, but he's just not looking good.
I got a hot take. This year, when the Dolphins have announced the starters for the offensive starters to come out of the tunnel, Tua has played like crap.
No,
yesterday he got called out. He got booed. Remember, he got booed.
He got booed.
He got booed, Mark, from all the fans, from half the fans that were in the stands.
We didn't boo him. I just want to say
we did not boo him. We would never boo our starting quarterback. But that sat with him, and it's that from the beginning of the game. He played like crap yesterday, and luckily we have an emerging top 5, top 10 rushing offense in the NFL. Again, yesterday, 32 attempts, 164 yards. That's 5.1 yards a carry. 164 yards will put you at the top if you average that. That's at the top of the range. It's be number 1 in the NFL. De'Von Achane, 22 carries, 134 yards from the ground, went over the 1,000-yard mark for the season, first time in his young career. And with another 1 touchdown yesterday. What his performance? He's spectacular.
Yeah, we talked about it last week. Jahmyr Gibbs, we gave him all his praises, but we're gonna have to. We've talked about Achane a lot, and we're gonna throw it out. Ryan thinks he's the best running back in the league. He sure has been playing at least as a top 3 back in the league. He looks so good. He just makes people miss. Like he doesn't ever go down on the first touch for being such a small guy. We are there live again, and looks like there's a play in the backfield that's going to go for a loss, and out of nowhere he cuts it back, and then he runs for 8 yards. I don't know how many 8-yard carries he had, but it seemed like it was consistently always breaking big runs. It's not just 3 yards in a cloud of dust, like they say.
Putting you in manageable second yard, third down conversions in ways that Tua and this offense can continue to prolong these drives. And it's giving rest to your defense, who's playing very well at this moment. We'll get to them shortly. But in 3 straight games, he's put up 174 yards on the ground against Buffalo, 120 in Madrid against the Commanders, and another 134. He's almost got 425 yards in 3 games, 525 yards. They're playing really well right now. The defense is playing well.
Yeah.
The defense right now is clicking, and they got that juice back. You remember at the beginning of the year, Mark, where we were saying no one was, praising him, Jack Jones making plays. No one's that's all changed. Something has changed in the second half.
Well, that fourth quarter, I'm paying attention to these guys. It felt like they were trying to do a hit stick every time they tried to make a tackle. That just shows how much intensity and how hard they were playing. It was crazy, and it didn't look like the Miami defense that we've seen this season. It didn't look like we had that many holes. Obviously, we're playing the Saints, but that secondary, they're stepping up. They're playing good. It's pretty impressive with all those holes that they're able to do that. Minka is obviously going to be great, but everyone else is stepping up. It's nice to see.
Yeah, I love the caveat because it's absolutely true. We played the Saints this week, but to everyone's point, they're definitely playing better, and Mark mentioned them, and I'm going to give him his flowers, and that's Minka. Minka played like an absolute beast yesterday. 7 tackles, a sack fumble for a fumble. Then he had the INT return for 2 points, that, very rare 2-point play, which was
the pick two.
The pick 2, which was a huge play in the game, actually, that came back, and he had a tackle for loss. He's definitely stepped up. He's safety. He's on the nickel. He's also a leader of this team, and I don't know if you saw the locker room speech.
No, I did not.
So in the locker room speech, he says, "There's no one else I'd rather do this with than you guys."
Love
he's
it.
totally locked in. They definitely have something. So our conversation last week, if you missed it, go back and look. We talked about McDaniel and should we keep him, should we not? And again, if we're going to the trajectory, which seems like we're not clearing house, then things are buzzing in the right direction. Rasul Douglas looks great. It looks good. Jack Jones, who's young, looks very, very good so far. Very comfortable. And I said he's my favorite player, which is a little bit oversaid, but I love Jordan Brooks, dude. Another 12 tackles, 6 solo tackles, another tackle for a loss. He's just all over the field all the time, making big plays. The defensive line. We were saying all this stuff about Kenneth Grant, but Kenneth Grant, Jordan Phillips, and Zeke Biggers all of a sudden looks like we have at least a starting defensive tackles for years to come. And of course, I didn't say Sealer,
depth.
who's
you
there.
got depth. So you got depth. Chop Robinson yesterday, a sack and a half, getting pressures. Chubb making plays in the backfield.
Another sack for Chubb.
This team is flying around right now. And we're not going to play revisionist history, but we're Dolphins fans, so of course we are. Keep telling you this. We are a couple bounces of the balls away from being 8-4. We're 5-7.
Sure.
The game against the Patriots, if De'Von Achane doesn't step out of bounds, you win that game. The game against the Panthers, where we had that amazing watch party, we were in command of that entire game. We lost that game. And against the Chargers, you make that tackle, you don't let that happen, you win that game. That's 8-4 right now. You're in the thick of it. You're in the you tied for last place in the wild card. What happened was they got rid of Chris Greer. There's a little bit more of a freshness. There's something about the air right now in this organization, and you're finding all these younger players that were thrown into the fire at the beginning of the year. They're now stepping up, getting into their own, and they're holding their own.
Well, something for sure has
We gotta
happened.
talk about the young players.
They committed to the run, which makes Achane get to the forefront of what this team needs to be doing, and a little bit less of Tua, more of the game manager, which we always talked about, but it's to a point now where he's not even the game manager, which is sad. So that kind of brings that freshness to the team, like you're talking about, and it allows the offensive line to be a little bit more aggressive. Austin Jackson came back in the run game. He was great, I thought. I saw him moving around. There's humongous holes. We haven't talked about Jonah in a while, so that means that's a good thing.
Just the sacks. There was a lot of sacks yesterday. Patrick Paul got beat for a couple sacks. I think Austin Jackson was giving up some pressure. We gave up 4 sacks yesterday, but also that was Tua kind of being antsy in the pocket as well.
Cam and Jordan had 2 sacks by himself.
Cam Jordan, that guy's been in the league so long and still playing at such a high level.
2 sacks and 3 QB hits for him alone. So giving up 4 sacks and 6 QB hits is not ideal, but they played well.
Look, we won the game.
They're doing better.
You won the game. The other person that we got to talk real quick about, Riley Patterson. I probably jinxed him right now. The guy's been incredible coming off of the practice squad. Or we finding him when Jason Sanders went down?
Is he still on the team or
who?
Jason Sanders
I don't know.
coming
But
back,
this guy, Riley Patterson, is 21 for 23 on field goals this year. He missed one between 30 and 39 yards, and another one was a 50 plus. He's played well for you. He's been reliable. The special teams has also played well. Things are trending in the right direction, and now you play the Jets. So, real quick, let's talk about the young guys. De'Von Achane. We've talked about this, Chris.
Yeah.
It's probably being smart. With all the going on, this little fresh start or whatever you want to call it, it's not a rebuild. This reset, you want to find those young players to build around. De'Von Achane is one of those players.
Yeah, so I came on here and I said that, you got to trade everybody, and I definitely understand that moment that we might go there. But, again, does it seem like we're completely clearing house? At the moment, it does not seem like we're doing that. So if we're going to do a little keep it going, then, yes, Achane needs to be the center of the offense, and we need to build around him. And next year we have the huge cap hit, or Tua's going to be either gone with a cap hit or he's going to be with us and he'd be a huge cap hit. You can incentivize Achane with a long-term contract and pay him barely anything this year, and then it goes up the next couple years once Tua's off the books. At that point, hopefully you have a young quarterback that you're grooming, and we go from there. Or look what the Colts did. They were able to get Daniel Jones on something cheap. Maybe you get one of those guys.
De'Von Achane right now is making $1.3 million per year compared to the other top 10 running backs. Saquon is at league highest at 20.6 mil. Then you go 19 for McCaffrey, so on and so forth. So right now he's the 10th guy on that list is James Conner, making $9.5 million a year.
Yeah, but
7 times
Jahmyr
higher.
Gibbs is about to get paid.
Correct. So he's going to reset the market.
He's going to be the comp and see if he does reset and go over Barkley. I would be very curious to see if he does, because he doesn't get the workload that Barkley does, and I wonder if it would be.
They play that into that.
If it's something affordable, that's the guy to keep an eye on if you're a Dolphin fan and you want to keep
De'Von Achane is a 3-down back.
Oh, yeah, absolutely.
Right? So Saquon Barkley, 3-down
But
back.
I still don't want him running goal line.
McCaffrey. Is Henry a 3-down back? I don't think he is.
I mean, Henry's
Jonathan
on,
Taylor is.
on his last
Kamara
time.
isn't. Josh Jacobs isn't. Sorry. Cook is. So he's going to pay him now.
What is Cook contract? Is it up there?
But he got the $11.5 million. I think it was a 4-year deal.
Yes, that's probably a good comp. I mean, you if he takes that right now, you take that, right?
In a heartbeat.
Yeah.
In a heartbeat. Now, Patrick Paul, on the other hand, he's got a 4-year deal. He'll go into his 3rd year of his contract next year. He's making $1.7 million a year. That's very good for you. That's our left tackle. But then when you get to the left tackles or the right tackles of the world, you're talking 28, 27, 26 million. We got to lock him up next year. Probably not next year, but going into the final year. You got to start locking up these young guys.
Yeah, this is what makes it so bad about being in this teeter type of decision. Okay, you got rid of Greer, but we keep saying you haven't cleaned house. So there's some guys in the organization that seem that might get a chance at this. It would be good to know if they were going to get it or they're not going to get it. Because if they weren't going to get it, if they are going to get it, then these decisions would have to be made by them. And those would be smart decisions that we haven't seen in the past. We've waited for all these guys to come up to their last year. And Patrick Ball, it's a short sample size, but even more, if you can get him that much cheaper, you're on a contract for 2 more years. If you wait 2 more years for him to do what he's doing right now, then he's going to reset the market. That's clearly what's going to happen.
Yeah, let's be the Devil Rays of the Tampa Bay Devil Rays of the NFL.
They're just the Rays.
And they used to be the Devil Rays when they would still do it. And go after that, right? Be smart, right? Be proactive. Now, with all that going on, the Dolphins are still in the hunt. They're not mathematically eliminated. So let's go through real quick what the AFC standings look like right now. The Denver Broncos are number 1 and the 1 seed, and the New England Patriots are playing right now are the 2 seed, both at 10-2. The Jaguars are 8-4 and at the top of the South. That means that the Colts that we've always been talking about moved down the list. The Baltimore Ravens are now atop the AFC North at 6-6. Then your 3 wild cards are all at 8-4. You have the Chargers, the Colts, and the Bills. Followed by that are the Houston Texans at 7-5, the Steelers and Chiefs at 6-6, and the Miami Dolphins at 5-7.
Yeah, you were saying the Bengals are out. They're not out. They're 2 games behind Baltimore, and they've already beat them once.
They're out of it for the wild card, but they're not out of it. They're only 2 games behind.
Right, and they got to play Baltimore again. And, they play, it's tough. They got to play Buffalo. They play Baltimore again. They play the Dolphins, and then Cardinals and Browns. So the Bills is a tough game, and the Ravens are a tough game. And then hopefully, we have a game to watch on Sunday night versus
Yeah, speaking of, my family's doing like a samurai at home, so I may have to be late to that game, like to the tailgate.
After everything we talked about, tailgating, how much fun we're gonna have at 4 o'clock, and
okay.
and
all right.
have
Well, let me break my kids' hearts and not be there for samurai dinner. Okay,
right.
Stoof, we're gonna have to talk about that.
Look, families, it's football. Okay, so any type of decision made on a Sunday, the Dolphins' schedule needs to be looked at first. I'm just saying. And if you're having a wedding, all the youngsters, and you guys start having weddings on Saturday, make sure that it's not, UMFSU weekend or college football playoffs or stuff like that. You guys have to pay attention to that kind of stuff, okay? Geez.
All right, so the Dolphins are 3 games back of the wild card, 7 seed. 1% shot still to get in. You have to win out. You play the Jets now. You go in and you play the Bengals, and then you play the Steelers, and then you play the Bengals, right? So let's talk about the Jets. So first of all, Tua Tagovailoa is 11-0 in November all time.
Okay, what
Mr.
month are
November.
we getting into?
Huh?
What month are we in?
We're in December.
Yeah, so that's
today's
not good.
December 1st.
So that's not good anymore.
So today is December 1st. You know, so also starts on December 1st.
What's
the
that?
Elf on the Shelf comes back. Mark, your kids are still young, but what you're gonna have to learn is that these little enanitos, these little elves, don't fucking stop. Okay, it's the biggest pain in the ass. Hopefully my kids are not watching this, but you have to change these things. The kids can't touch these elves. They're magic. It's just such a pain in the ass. I feel like back in the day, our parents didn't have to deal with this lovely stuff.
They absolutely didn't do this, that's for sure.
Elf on the Shelf?
They did a lot of things, but not that.
Did you see last year, a lot of parents were complaining because Target put the Elf on the Shelf in the toy section. So kids were seeing it. And they're like, wait, but what do you mean? Like, yeah. He's not from the North Pole?
What
He's
is
from
Jingle
here?
doing? What is Jingles doing here?
Is yours name's Jingle?
I think Gumdrop is one of them.
Oh, yeah, two.
So here's the thing. Well, we'll be honest. We lost the elves that we had for a long time.
I really hope that they're not.
We couldn't find it. Well, they don't know the difference. And we lost the elves, and then these new elves came from the North Pole. But they have to show up on December 1st. It's like a thing. It's like the nativity scene. But you have to be fresh and keep up with the ideas. So my wife is sending me TikToks and Instagram reels of different ideas to do, but they're so elaborate. I have no creativity in my body to pull this stuff off.
It sounds like a difficult thing here, but you need to step up. You can chat GPT. You could do a bunch of things. Was that you putting them at the computer? That was pretty creative.
That was me. That was me.
There you go, see?
Yeah, that was me with the LBO.
Good job.
See? Oh, thanks, man. That's all the dads want to hear. Okay, the Miami Dolphins are 126 and 99 in December, so that's not bad. That's above 500 winning percentage. Now, in the last 10 years, 44 games, they are 22 and 22. They are at 500. 500 football in December is not good, right? That's when you got to start winning. You got to start, separating yourselves. The Miami Dolphins all-time record in outdoor games when the temperature is 40 degrees and below is they are 25, 46, and 1. So that's it. The colder it gets, the worse Miami gets.
But that's been forever. That's
Forever.
been since Dan Marino, since the whole thing.
And we can't kick this.
I mean, it makes sense, right?
Why? Why would it make sense? Some of it's not like Tom Brady and Josh Allen can't win in the heat down here.
Actually, no. Tom Brady his worst record against another team was against the Dolphins, and the Dolphins stunk.
because how good we were in the stands.
Do you remember the game that Josh Allen, threw the ball to the ground and we won the game?
Yes, the dehydration, but that was one game. He's also won another 9 here at Miami. So what I'm trying to say
No, you're wrong. He absolutely plays into the Dolphins' effect all the time. So no, you're wrong. That's all I have to say. But if
the weird thing is Dan Marino. Dan Marino is a guy from Pennsylvania, right? Like he played at Pitt. He played in cold weather. Maybe the guy from Hawaii, it makes more sense. But how is this a thing for us?
Well, because since Dan Marino was high flying. He was doing the things in the offense that teams are doing today back in the 80s and early 90s. So he was playing a style of football that just doesn't work in December. And we've been begging for McDaniel to do it. And I was so happy when McDaniel was a running coordinator because he was going to bring that type of offense here. You need to run. You need a run-first offense, and that's what wins in December. We've never been that in our life except for the Ricky Williams years, and then he was used so much that he quit, rightfully so. But if we build that type of offense, we can win in December, to your point, Ryan. And it also will do great again in the heat because if you're wearing down guys in the heat and just running after run after run after run, and then all of a sudden, big play action, pop to Waddle, that's the offense that we should be running.
So let's look at our December games. At the Jets, we're going to win that game. Then against...
Oh, gosh, we're counting wins?
Then we're
counting wins again?
Yeah,
we're not doing this again.
Sorry.
This is how you got us at 13 and 4.
Okay, sorry.
Okay, we haven't talked about wins or expectations, and we've just been winning.
So real quick, Dolphins at Jets on Sunday, 1 o'clock. We're playing Tyrod Taylor now. The Jets are coming off a 27-24 victory against the Falcons.
And they just won.
Yeah.
Right.
So
with Tyrod Taylor.
But you know what happens when you have a win like that? You come back down. You come back down. When you play this defense that's humming right now, Anthony Weaver, humming and drumming, it's over, baby. The Dolphins are going to whoop that ass on Sunday.
Oh, boy. So we're
whoop that ass. Okay. And I'm telling you right now.
We're putting this on LBO Locks?
Yeah.
I want to see it.
No, not LBO Locks. This is just Biggs.
Oof.
Universal.
We got to talk about LBO Locks. Oof.
Christmas caboodle, eggnog, jog of a pick right now. The Dolphins are going to win by 10 or more on Sunday.
Oh, boy.
Put that in your alternative and light it up.
I'll take that shot bet.
Light it up. You want a shot bet?
I'll take that
That they
shot
win
bet.
by 10 or more?
Yeah.
Deal. If you lose, you got a butt chug. All right.
No, I said shot bet.
So a lot went
secondly,
down.
If that happens and the Dolphins somehow manage to beat the Jets in New York without getting injured, because someone might get injured that game, we will have a live watch party here at the studio. We're gonna have the game on.
A week from today.
A week from today. We're going to be on here. We haven't told anybody at Cultura, so if they say no, then we're going to have to think of something else. But if they say yes, we're going to have a great time. You guys can come out here. You can see the studio. You can see the art on the wall. If they're all for sale, anybody wants something, you come. But you come, hang out, have a good time. We'll figure out something for food. Eat a little something before you get here. You're not going to get full here, but we'll have some little things for you to eat. We'll have some drinks for you. It'll be a great time. It's going to be a great setup. And, that's the news that we're sharing.
There we go. Live stream next week. Monday Night Football, 8:15. Miami Dolphins against the Pittsburgh Steelers. LBO live stream. Be part of the fun. Yeah. I love it.
Yeah,
absolutely love it. All right, real quick, let's go through this. Thursday games were incredible. The slate was incredible. The games were kind of crappy though. Packers against the Lions in the Lions.
Disagree wholeheartedly. It was great games.
31-24. Packers win. Love with 4 touchdowns, career high. The Packers look good. No one knows who's the best team in the football. We'll kind of go through it. The Chiefs taking on the Cowboys in Jerry's World, and Dak Prescott taking over. Patrick Mahomes had a monster game, but it wasn't enough. The Cowboys lose. Cowboys win 31-28. Dak Prescott 320 yards and 2 touchdowns. CD Lamb and George Pickens. Pick of the litter. You can do whatever you want.
I said this in our group text. I love Dak. I love watching Dak whenever he's, there's always a thing where they're not healthy, they're not this, but everyone just blames Dak. There's like every quarterback. But the plays he made the other day when he has his people, he's just such a good quarterback. I was hoping that he would be the one that Jerry Jones gets tired of and all of a sudden he's available. I would jump on that so fast.
He's a more mobile Tua Tagovailoa.
No.
Okay, moving on.
So blasphemous.
Joe Burrow is back in the fold. Went into Baltimore, beat the crap out of the Ravens on Thanksgiving night. I don't know if they had too much turkey, too much gravy. Lamar Jackson doesn't look the same since the injury. Derrick Henry is not the powerhouse that he used to be. The Bengals drum the Ravens 32-14. Joe Burrow, 2 touchdowns and 261 yards in his return. Jamar Chase had another big game. No T. Higgins, no problem.
But did you watch the game? Like, Derrick Henry was 10 for 60. He's averaging 6 yards a carry. He had a touchdown. Lamar turned the ball over a couple times, right? He had a pick. He had that fumble as well. So the game just got away from him.
Doesn't look the same.
Yeah, I watched a little bit of the game. That was travel time as well, so I didn't watch all of it. But I guess he's not right.
The Bears and the surprise on Black Friday. It was black in Philadelphia. The Bears taking on the Eagles in Philadelphia. The Bears win 24-15. The Bears are the hottest team in football. They're the number 1 seed in the NFC currently right now as it stands. And Jalen Hurts didn't met 2 players who had over 120 yards rushing and 1 touchdown. That hasn't happened in years. Kyle Monangnai and DeAndre Swift.
So I was about to throw Ryan some flowers. So Ryan's just reading. This is off the cuff here. He's just looking at the scores, and everything he's saying is so smooth and so good. He's just doing it. He didn't write anything down. Now he just throws out something like, this hasn't been done in years. Do you have any idea, or you just threw that out? Did you hear that? Did you read that somewhere?
I saw that on a stat.
Okay, good. At least we're throwing some of those
stats.
Stats.
Can you add something to cocksucker? If you really want to be a sucker of...
This is the sensitive stuff coming out here, okay? I just gave him a lot of flowers. I called him on one thing, and now he's cursing at me and stuff. Mom, he's cursing at me. I'm not doing any of the cursing. Okay.
Excuse me. A chicken sucker is not a derogatory
Yeah, I'm sure
term.
that's completely fine.
Okay.
You would want your daughters coming in and calling you that.
You keep my daughters out of your mouth,
well,
okay? You keep my daughters out of your freaking mouth.
I'm just saying it's
okay,
a
now
bad
see I'm out of it now.
It's a bad word.
Okay, let's go
but
real quick.
Really quick, do you believe in the Chicago Bears? They have a huge win here. They kind of controlled that game. It really wasn't close. The
whole
Bears
time.
was winning the whole game. Do you believe in the Bears?
I think this was more of the Eagles. I'm not going to give the Bears haven't really played much, but when they play the teams like the Eagles on the road, that's a huge win. The Eagles offense could not do anything against that Chicago Bears defense. Did you see that Eagles fans egged the offensive coordinator's house after?
No, I did not see that at all.
Yeah,
but I did see them leave early, including Santa Claus. Santa left early.
Yeah, so right now the Eagles and that offense, I don't know what's going on. They don't give the ball to Saquon Barkley enough. That's number 1. I think then everything with A.J. Brown, who had a monster game, but again, he's just complaining nonstop. That team right now is in disarray, and they're so talented. But you know what, Jalen Phillips? If you're so happy to be over there, then F you.
No,
and good luck
relax,
to you.
relax.
But did you see that? You had to throw that in there. He had to confirm, once again that, he's just so happy this is the place it should be.
Why not?
Huh?
Why not? He wasn't doing.
But why do you
anything.
have to blast at Miami?
He wasn't blasting. He was just talking about how happy he was at a place. Why do you have to get so sensitive all the time?
I'm a Cowboys fan now. Cowboys fan.
Stop getting so sensitive.
No.
We're not keeping him.
Fly,
we're not
Eagles, fly.
All right.
All right. The 49ers go into Cleveland take on Shador Sanders. Shador Sanders fighting with Jerry Jeudy on the sideline. Brock Purdy is back, playing really well, and Christian McCaffrey is the best player in football other than De'Von Achane. 49ers 26, Browns 8.
Brock Purdy was 16 for 29 with 168 yards and a touchdown.
Played well. Played okay. All right. Christian McCaffrey. Christian McCaffrey had a monster game. Jaguars on the road taking on Cam Ward. The Jaguars are now 8-4. They beat the crap out of them 25-3. Cam Ward, Mark, our boy. I don't know if it's the team. I don't know if it's his offensive line is terrible. Doesn't have a lot of weapons. But Mark, it's been a rough year.
I mean, his weapons aren't that bad. It's just this is definitely not what I thought would happen. I drafted him hoping that he would be a keeper for the future. I drafted him real late. Didn't have many options, so I went ahead and went with him because, you know, I'm a homer. But, yeah, man, this is a sad – I don't know. I don't know if it's him. I don't know if it's a team. I do know that he's going out there and he's doing what he was doing at UM. He looks that same way, extending plays and also throwing the ball up. But, yeah, it's sad to see. Hopefully he could figure this out. It goes back to what I'm saying, though. Most guys shouldn't start right away. Like, maybe he should have sat.
Yeah, in this case, it looks that way.
Like, you sit, be a backup quarterback. And as a backup quarterback, you have to learn the other offense from the opponent that you're playing each week, which allows you to be able to come up, change the offense that you're running makes you more versatile. So maybe that's what's going on. And yeah, I don't know. It's sad in Tennessee. I was really going for them. I was hoping that he would be able to do something, but
they're gonna get some sort of help for him either on the defensive side or the offensive side in the draft.
I don't think he has anybody. You said his support staff's not that bad. I don't know who they have.
They have no top end talent. DK is one guy, wide receiver, unknown. Calvin Ridley has been absolutely terrible for them
and injured.
They don't have Treylon Burks anymore. He went to the Commanders.
He made a huge catch yesterday
for the Commanders.
Yeah, but I don't know. I don't know if he's any good. But let's talk about the Jaguars. Let's give them some flowers because they actually have won and beat some. They lost to the Bengals. That's one of their losses with Joe Burrow. They lost 31-27. But they beaten the Texans, the 49ers, the Chiefs. They beaten the Chargers. They crushed the Chargers 35-6. And then their losses are against the Seahawks, the Rams, and the Texans. And they were in all those games except for the Rams. This team might be for real. We're going to find out this week. They play against the Colts. Big in-game, in-division game here. And it's at home. If they beat the Colts, I would say they're for real. And they're the team of the South.
I don't trust Trevor Lawrence at all. I think
you trust Daniel Jones?
Huh?
You trust Daniel Jones?
No. I'm just saying overall in the AFC, yeah, they play in a weak division. Actually, well, that's not true. They
split with the Texans. Yeah. They got the Colts 2 games ahead of them.
You named off the 49ers and the Chiefs alone on there. Good wins. They have a good defense.
And the Chargers.
Hines Allen, Walker, who was the first overall pick a couple years ago. They got a good defense over there. They're playing well, and they're efficient. Travis Etienne is playing well for them. Let's see what happens.
Yeah.
Let's see what happens. Now, the Texans taking on the Colts in Indianapolis. The Texans coming with a victory, 20-16 on the road. C.J. Stroud, 275 yards and 1 INT. But Jonathan Taylor held 21 carries and 85 yards. Pedestrian. Texans, again, that defense holding the Colts, that hard-powered offense, to only 16 points at home. Some really rough officiating going on over there. No home cooking. But the Texans have now won, I believe, 4 in a row.
4 in a row. They beat the Jaguars. We were just talking about an easy one against the Titans, but they barely won that one. But then they beat the Bills and then the Colts. They, like you said, they won 4 in a row, and they've won 5 out of their last 6. Also beating the 49ers. Our only loss against the Broncos, 18-15. And I'm not even sure if Stroud played that game. I think that's the game that he might have gotten hurt.
With Davis
so they won a couple games without Stroud. This is the team that we thought was going to win the South, and they're also on their way to having a chance. They got a tough game this week against the Chiefs, and then they got Cardinals, Raiders, Chargers, and they end the season against the Colts. So they have everything in front of them. They might be the team. This all of a sudden is a very fun division to watch. If you like football, it's going to be close. At least it's enjoyable.
AFC South has always been a crap. So it's incredible what a shift it's been, especially in the AFC. Then you go on with the Jets taking on the Falcons at home. The Jets coming with a 27-24 victory against Kirk Cousins. Tyrod Taylor, Bijan Robinson had a huge game. Finally, they gave him more than 20-plus carries for the Falcons, but it wasn't enough against the Jets, who win 27-24. Now they're 3-9, and they are nowhere near that top overall pick, who right now stands with the Tennessee Titans.
Yeah, the Jets. We know what we want the Dolphins to do. I know all the Jets fans also want them to be doing something that they're not doing, and they are winning some games. There's not much to say. They don't have a quarterback there. They're winning. We don't know how. They're not even winning with defense, which is what their head coach is. But some news in Jets fan land here. We know our friend Javi. Okay, his actual name is Alnor. If we didn't know. So Alnor is a Jets fan for no reason at all. So he grew up in Orlando, and he's a New York Jets fan. He's a Boston Red Sox fan, and then this one makes sense. He's an Orlando Magic fan. So that one's acceptable.
You let to shit on your friends.
Yeah, but here we go. He said he was wearing a Miami Dolphins sweatshirt this Saturday at a party. I got sent a text, so I know there's proof. I have it here. I said, dude, just become a Dolphins fan. Dude, you live in Miami. Your in-laws are a Dolphins fan. And he said, why would he do that to himself? He's already miserable as a Jets fan. And I said, I agree. But he said, if the Dolphins beat the Jets on Sunday, he will become a Dolphins fan. So we're going to hold you accountable for that. Okay, Alnor? I know you're listening. So that's all. That's it.
Wow. Hey, that's the biggest news I've heard all day.
Right. I won't shit on him if he's a Dolphins fan. We'll come on over, and then
there you go.
And he's part of the bandwagon.
All right.
As we're winning all these games.
We got something to play for now on Sunday. The Cardinals taking on the Buccaneers in Tampa Bay. This was a pillow fight, 20-17, but the Buccaneers sneak away with a victory against Jacoby Brissett, who played pretty well on the road. 300 yards, 2 touchdowns. Trevor McBride, by the way, is incredible.
Yeah, he's the number 1 tight end this year, right, in fantasy?
Light years ahead of anybody else. The guy scores nothing but touchdowns. I think he's got 9 on the season, but it wasn't enough. Baker Mayfield again finding ways to win. Bucks were kind of sliding a little bit. Bucky Irving came back, played really well for them. Bucks are 7-5. The Cardinals are out of it. They're 3-9. Now, huge game here. Carolina. Big game against the Rams. Matthew Stafford, the hottest team on the planet, goes into Carolina to take on Bryce Young. And Bryce Young and the Carolina Panthers win the game 31-28.
Mark, would you like to know what happened last week in this game?
Yes.
It was hit with the Ryan Jinx, calling Matthew Stafford the best quarterback in a generation. How good he was. We had a whole Matthew Stafford segment, and all of a sudden he throws 2 picks in this game, and that is definitely the difference in what happened, because they were rolling and reeling. They were about to score another touchdown. They were about to go up even more, and then they throw a pick in the red zone on the goal line. That beautiful Matthew Stafford to Devontae Adams tush push that Mark likes to call. That's their tush push. Didn't work. It did twice, but one time they had that pick, and that was a difference. You let teams kind of hang around, especially when you're home. You had a West Coast team coming to the East Coast any given Sunday. That's why we love, football. And I'll tell you something else. If we're gonna get in college football playoffs, you get ranked for good losses. All of a sudden, that Carolina Panthers is a good loss for the Dolphins. Okay,
so Chargers are 8-4.
So put us up on the standings.
Carolina's 7-6. The Patriots are 10-2.
Yeah, we got a bunch of good losses.
Yeah, we got really good losses, except for that Browns loss.
Yeah, rank us up there. Yeah, that happens every once in a while.
Put us in the playoff committee. Bryce Young, though, we got to talk about him. 15 for 20, 206 yards. 3 touchdowns. Their rushing offense, again, 164 yards on the ground with Hubbard and Rico Dowdle. But Bryce Young not making mistakes, playing well with this team. They are a young football team. Who would have thunk it? The Carolina Panthers, their 3rd year behind this quarterback, 7-6. They're in it.
Yeah, they're in it, and because their division's terrible too. They're a game behind the Bucks right now.
They're half a game because they're 7-6. So. Because the Bucks are 7-5,
right.
So they're in it right now. Good for the Carolina Panthers. Now, we go to Seattle. We get in the late games. The Vikings are playing a second-string quarterback, a rookie. Brosmer had no idea who this kid was. Played terrible. Gets shut out. The Seahawks, the best defense in football, shut out the Vikings at home, win 26-0. Darnold didn't do much. It was just they had a pick six in this game.
They got me 36 points in fantasy football this week.
They're monsters. They've been monsters. The Seahawks are now 9-3. Speaking of the best division in football, we got to talk about the NFC West after this. You got the Seahawks.
We can talk about it right now.
49ers, and you got the Rams, all, I believe, at 9-3.
Yeah, the team that's just amazing is the 49ers because their defense is decimated and they didn't have Purdy for most of the year, and somehow they're 9-4. All of a sudden, they're 9-4. Los Angeles Rams is the most complete team because we've talked about the quarterback we just talked about. But Seattle Seahawks, we got to think they're for real. I mean, Sam Darnold just needs to figure it out.
This is second year in a row.
Just figure it out.
Maybe he went 14-3 last year with the Vikings.
Yeah, I'm
got this big contract, $30 million a year, which is half the average value. You give him with a good wide receiving core, a good running game with Charbonnet and Walker. Good offensive line, good defense, great defense.
Yeah, but
scary football team.
I'm not betting against the Rams on this one, though. Rams are going to take
the 49ers, like you said, too, are another team. They're incredible. They got that pedigree.
If they weren't injured, I would be calling 49ers the favorite. But they have too many injuries. That's going to catch up to them at some point. They didn't make enough moves in the trade deadline. They should have taken Chubb.
They're a sneaky 9-3.
That's crazy. I can't believe they're 9.
I couldn't believe it when I saw it.
I can't believe they're 9-4.
Yeah,
but they are. And Brock Purdy's there, and they'll be in it. But I think the Rams and Seahawks are two completive teams, and their talent will overtake the injury-prone 49ers.
Then move to the steel curtain. The Steelers taking on Josh Allen and the Bills in the afternoon game. The Bills handily, I think they broke Aaron Rodgers' nose. He looked like shit. He's screaming he's calling out his wide receivers after the game.
He called out Jonathan Smith specifically.
This guy is a cancer. He's terrible. He is the Grinch. They're 6-6 now. The Steelers are reeling. I'm going to lose $50 off my bet. And the Bills are now get right game, 26-7 on the road. Defense played well. You run the ball. Again, James Cook, by the way. Let's talk about him.
32 carries for 144 yards.
How good is this guy?
Yeah. We just talked
Miami
about
product.
He got paid, and we thought he might have been a small back and can't do much. We didn't think he was going to be as good as his brother, and he's been just as good as his brother.
Josh Allen, by the way, set the all-time rushing touchdown record for a QB yesterday, surpassing Cam Newton with 71 touchdowns. He's got 11 this year.
Oh, in one single season, you mean?
Yeah.
Oh.
No. Overall, for a career,
Got
70.
He has 11
But
this
he
year.
has 11 this year alone. He is that tush push, Mark. What they do, it's I don't know what we want to call it. The Bills bunking.
Yeah, just move on.
Okay, cool. Thanks, guys. The Chargers taking on the Raiders at home. Geno Smith, no Chip Kelly. Unfortunately, it was still a problem, only putting up 14 points. Both of those touchdowns to Brock Bowers, who made an insane one-handed catch when it looked like Geno was throwing it to the ground. But it wasn't enough. The Chargers outlast the Raiders 31-14. The Chargers are now 8-4. Kamani Vidal, fun fact, right before me and Joey have a team together, he says, should we play Vidal or McConkey? I said McConkey immediately, of course, because I'm a rankings whore. Vidal goes off for 35 plus.
Also,
30
funny thing
plus
about Joey,
points.
Joey's like, "What are you doing going to pick Waller up? You already have two other tight ends." And I didn't even realize that Vidal was there because I could have used a running back. So when he told me that, I was like, I want to pick him up. But then I was like, I felt bad that if I would have picked him up because Joey had mentioned it, so I didn't, and he went off. But I didn't need the win, so it's fine.
A good commissioner too, because we have the transactions limit, which is BS from years ago. He let me know the other day that I only have one transaction left, and I was going to put one in for like a kicker. So he's a good commissioner.
That many transactions?
Because 20 is not enough in fantasy football.
You got to.
Adrian, our buddy in my other league, does like 3 a week.
Yeah.
It's incredible.
But that's why there's guys available because our league we have to hold on to them. We know that. This also happened to Al Noor a couple years ago. He ran out of transactions, and then he had to play without a quarterback. It is what it is. But big news in this Raiders-Chargers game wasn't the game at all. Justin Herbert injured his
yeah,
hand
his left
and
hand.
had surgery. I don't know what the injury was.
surgery already?
I think he's either having surgery today or having surgery tomorrow. It could be something like where Aaron Rodgers missed one game. I have no idea what the injury is, so I don't know what's
The
going on.
healthcare system in this country is amazing, huh? You already have surgery like that?
It's called capitalism.
Later on, can you explain that to the listeners? All right, and last but not least, we had the Sunday night game. It was a thriller in Washington, D.C., soon to be Trump Stadium in future years to come. The Broncos taking on the Commanders, and lowly Commanders with Marcus Mariota. The Broncos goes into overtime, 20-20. Broncos score. Mariota takes them all down the field. They score touchdown. Dan Quinn says, you know what? The season's over. I'm going to go for 2. Nick Bonito swipes it. Game over. Broncos win 27-26. The Broncos are 10-2 and the number 1 seed in the AFC right now. And Big won his parlay. So we love the Broncos.
So a lot of these teams that kind of came out of nowhere, like the Patriots, who I think are winning right now, and the Broncos, it's more important to have the right head coach than anything else, right? Mike Tomlin hasn't had a losing season. He's been average, but he hasn't had a losing season. And I think if you put your team in the right position to make a play, then the ball rolls your way sometimes, and sometimes it doesn't. In the Broncos' case, it's rolled their way all year long, and that takes them 10-2. But the right coach, you need to figure that out. So we talked about this last week, and we talked about it a little bit in the show. Head coach is so important. Do we have the right guy? I don't know.
All right, real quick. We're over an hour already, but your top performers by position in fantasy this week: QB, Patrick Mahomes coming in at number 1, 39 points. Jordan Love, 35 points. Bryce Young, 30 points. For our running back, Bijan Robinson, 34 points. Kamani Vidal, 25 points. And you had a tie for 23 points with De'Von Achane, James Cook, DeAndre Swift, Chuba Hubbard, and Kyle Monangnai for the Bears. At wide receiver, A.J. Brown, 35 points and a monster, but it was a loss. Rashee Rice has been phenomenal since he's come back from the suspension, 29 points. Jamison Williams, since Amon-Ra St. Brown went down in the Lions game, we didn't talk about that. And Dontavian Wicks for the Packers, each had 27 points coming in at third. Tight end, Trey McBride is incredible. He's consistent, 22 points. Brock Bowers coming back from injury a couple weeks ago, 22 points with an incredible touchdown. Go check that out in the highlights. And Zach Ertz, the guy doesn't go away. He has a wife who's an incredible soccer player. 20 points for the Commanders for Zach Ertz. He's been doing it for a long time.
Mariota's played kind of okay these last couple games, right?
He had 300 yards yesterday.
It's one thing to do it against the Dolphins, but it's another thing to do it against the Broncos. But then he makes some boneheaded plays, and that's why he's a backup quarterback and not a starter.
Now, LBO Locks. Listen, folks. Someone came on here and was pumping their chest, aiming all around.
That's you.
And I want to say I'm sorry, okay? I ate a little bit of humble pie. First off, I had a pumpkin pie for the first time this year. Never had it before. Holy shit, I'm going to become a diabetic soon because it's so good. The Publix pumpkin pie.
Not as good as Madrina's pecan pie.
But it's I'm not a pecan guy.
I'm not a pecan guy either, but because he said it, I said, let me try this pecan pie. Phenomenal. It was phenomenal. So
okay,
good.
well, you think she'll make it? You think she'll?
I have a little left over if you want.
Ooh.
You come over after.
And I'll give you my Publix pecan pie, my Publix pumpkin pie. It's $5.99. It's really good.
Okay.
You should try it. All right. LB, you just don't go with shit, you know? You just don't go with it, huh? You're a real piece of garbage.
I'm just being honest, dude.
Okay,
I don't
you're a
like
piece of
pumpkin
garbage.
pie.
It is what it is. It is what it is. You know what? You have your shit's backed up, right? You want to tell folks how your toilet's backed up right now? It's because how full of shit you are. All right. Big. Last week, going 3-5 last week. I'm sorry, folks. I didn't come with the winners. Little went 1-5 last week.
Did I?
Yeah.
I got a win? I thought I went over.
No, you got one win. Woo. I think you picked one of the unders. And producer Mark coming in at 2-4 last week. So it wasn't a good week. We took the week off, but we're back. It's fresh. But I'm 48-36-1. That's pretty good. 12 games over 500. You're 37-33-2. 4 games over 500. Mark is 34-43. 9 games under 500. Prop bet of the week, 0-1 last week. And the only reason why is because Amon-Ra St. Brown went down in the first drive.
Right.
Rashee Rice and Derrick Henry score touchdowns. Amon-Ra was going to score a touchdown, so that was going to hit. But nonetheless, it's an L on the scorecard. So we got some big games next week. There's a phenomenal slate. Go check out the schedule. On Thursday night, 8:15 on Prime Video, the Cowboys are taking on the Lions in Detroit. The Lions are 3-point favorites. Over/under is 54. The Cowboys are 8-4 in their over, or 8-4 with the over. The Lions are 7-5 with the over. Cowboys are 7-5 against the spread. The Lions are 6-6. All right. The Cowboys are 5-1 against the spread this year as an underdog. Phenomenal in this spot. Chris, who do you like here?
I just talked about how much I love Dak Prescott, right?
You sure did.
Lions coming off a loss.
Lions' offense does not look too good, and Amon-Ra St. Brown is hurt right now with an ankle injury.
Yeah, it's a short week. It's at home. I'm gonna go with the Lions. Taking the Lions. Not hitting over and unders this week.
Producer Mark.
Right now.
I'll go with the boys. What's the spread?
Is 3. Lions -3.
Okay, I'll take the Cowboys.
Love it. Love it. You can say it with conviction. You don't.
I'm looking at your face right now, and you look so shocked.
Say it with your chest.
If I'm taking a
No,
one
because
win
I'm going to
team.
tell you this. I'm gonna. Here's the thing: the Cowboys, they kind of suck you in, and then they'll go on a spot like this. No, Amon-Ra St. Brown, no problem. Give me the Lions here, and give me the over. There's going to be a lot of points. The Cowboys defense has been playing a little bit better, but they gave up 28 points this past week. The Lions are gonna. They're going to figure this out right now. They're kind of reeling right now, but give me the Lions and give me the over. All right. Huge game. 2 teams at 8-4. Divisional game. The Colts taking on the Jaguars in Jacksonville Sunday at 1 o'clock on CBS. The Colts right now, this game opened up with the Jaguars as the favorites. The Colts are now -1.5 on the road favorites. Over/under is 47.5. Both teams have been okay. Both teams 6-6 against the spread. And in the over/under, I will be taking the Colts here. Trevor Lawrence does nothing for me. Okay? He does nothing for me. They are pretenders. Jonathan Taylor is going to come back. We need him for a big week for me to get into the playoffs. He's going to get back to it. They're going to feed him the rock. The Jaguars' defense against the run is not that playing that well. Give me the Colts. I am also going to touch the under here, 47.5. That's too many points. Producer Mark.
I'm going to take the Colts too, and I'm going to piggyback off of you. I don't trust Trevor Lawrence. I think he's doo-doo. He can win random games, but he's not going to win things that matter. So I'm going to take the Colts here. That's it.
Love it. Chris.
Okay, so we talked about a little bit earlier about are they for real or not, the Jaguars. The Colts are actually reeling. Like, I don't like what the Colts are doing. It's only 1.5. It's a home game for the Jaguars. I disagree with you. Their defense has played well. I don't know. PFF calls them the 10th best defense in the league, but apparently Ryan doesn't think so. Tickets are as low as $76, so if you want to go, you can catch on to a game. But I'm going to go with the Jaguars here. I don't trust Daniel Jones, to your point. I don't know if I trust Lawrence, but I think he'll be all right. And let's go Jaguars.
All right. Another divisional game. The Bears, number 1 seed in the NFC right now, taking on the Packers. Sunday at 4:25 on Fox. Huge game. Packers are 6-point favorites at home. No respect right there for the Bears. Over/under is 51.5. The Bears are the best league's top team against the spread at 8-4 this year. And both teams are 6-6, 6-5-1 with the over. Producer Mark.
I'm gonna take the Osos here. I'm gonna take the Bears, baby. The Bears all the way. I just feel like 6 points is a little bit. It's gonna be a closer game than that.
Divisional game.
Even if they lose, I think it's gonna be a closer game. I'm gonna take the Bears.
Chris.
So 6.5 here. So a couple things here. I have a coworker who's a big Packers fan, and she got at me for when we were praising Green Bay earlier. So this past week we both picked the Lions. She immediately texted me and was like, "What are you doing picking the Lions?" But I said,
She seems uncontrollable.
Yeah.
She seems off her rocker.
I was just like, "What do you want me to do?" I was like, "I'm just picking who I thought was going to win. I don't think I want the Packers to win, but whatever." So she gave me a couple things. When Ben Johnson took the job, apparently he took a shot at Matt LaFleur.
Ooh.
Said that the O'Connell was great, and obviously the Lions are great, but that he's looking forward to beating LaFleur 2 times a year.
Ooh.
So I didn't know that going into this. It's going to be the Bears versus the Packers in Lambeau Field at 4:25. So it's going to get a little bit colder later. I do think that Ben Johnson is a great offensive mind and a great coach, and I wish he was our coach. But I'm going to go. I'm sorry. I thought I was going to go with the Bears, but I'm going to go with the Packers. Six and a half is a lot of points, actually. Wait,
it's
you
6
talk.
points. It's 6 points.
Okay.
You keep saying these things, but this is what it's at. Okay, so stop taking over as the host. The
Tickets are much more expensive. $323.
Yeah, that's expensive. The later it is. The Bears are used to the cold weather. I mean, they live in the windy city. It is what it is. This is a divisional game. 6 points is too much right now. I feel like the Packers don't blow out teams. They just beat a team against the Lions. When Amon-Ra St. Brown went down, they game plan for that. That's a huge loss at that point in time. I like the Packers. I think that they are one of the best teams in football. But the Bears, 6 points, that's a lot. This is a hot football team. Give me the Bears, and I will also be taking the under here. You want anything to go out?
No, I'm going to stick with my Packers. I'm going Packers. You know why?
All right, Sunday night game at 8:20 on NBC Peacock. The Texans going into Arrowhead taking on Patrick Mahomes and the Kansas City Chiefs. The Chiefs are a 3-point favorite. Over-under is 41.5. That is low, folks. That is low. And the reason why it's low is because these are two of the best defenses in the NFL. These are two of the best teams that hit the under. Both, one is 8-3-1 against the under. The other one is 8-4 in the under. Give me the under here. I know it's not fun, but these defenses are too good. And the Chiefs reeling again. Give me the Chiefs here. When you put a hungry dog runs faster. You put a rat in the corner, who is Kermit the Frog over here. He's gonna gnaw his way out of there. The Chiefs are not gonna lose another game and go 6-7. There's no way. So give me the Chiefs and give me the under. Chris.
So I learned a long time ago, being a Dolphin fan, that you never rule out Tom Brady and the Patriots. Everything tells me that I want to rule out the Chiefs and Patrick Mahomes. However, I'm with Ryan. I can't do that. I'm going to take the Chiefs. But Dolphin fans, for you guys, you should be rooting for the Texans to win this game. So I do think. What is your spread? Because I have 3.5. What is your spread?
3.
3, of course. So if it was 3.5, then I would, give me the Chiefs.
I like it. Mark.
I'm going to take the Chiefs. I'm going to go the over here. I think I think that's a terrible pick, but I think Stroud's going to do well. I need him to do well, so I'm just going to put it in the world. I'm going to go with the over.
All right, we got a shot bet earlier that the Dolphins are going to win by 10 or more. Mark, whose side do you want to be on that one?
Say it again.
The Dolphins win by 10 or more. Shot bet. Yes or no?
Yes, I do want to be in on that. I'll take that they're not going to.
Okay. All right. So you're on Lil's side. All right. Now, enough of the NFL. Let's talk about it's Christmas. It's December 1st. The elves are back. You got the Christmas movies going on now. Now we get to the real, the real of it. So this month, we're going to give you top 3s every week of something Christmas. Today's top 3 Christmas songs. Okay. So we're going to go off in our circle. We're going to circle it. We're going to jerk it. We're going to jerk it and circle it. And we're going to go with this. So producer Mark, you are our producer. You are our artist. You are our songwriter. You playing. This guy was serenading me before you got here playing guitar. So Mark, I'm going to start off with you. What is your number 3? Or do you have an honorable mention?
I don't have an honorable
Okay,
mention.
give us your
I'm
number
just gonna
3.
Go straight into 3. I don't know if this is an actual Christmas song. We discussed this earlier, but it's the song from Home Alone. That's
not it at all. No. That's it.
Good song.
Yeah,
John Williams, by the way. John Williams.
I just think, first of all, that song plays throughout my head all year long. Just randomly.
You should get that checked out.
Yeah, that's strange.
No, I think you guys are wrong. I always have music playing in here. It's
Do you think
always,
the shovel's gonna come? The guy with the shovel's gonna come at you?
I hope so. He was a cool guy.
He
He helped out.
He's a lifesaver.
Yeah.
Spoiler alert. All right, Chris.
So I do have some honorable mentions because we were supposed to do a top 5, but we changed it to top 3. So I'm gonna give you, in no particular order, the other 2 that would have made the list. Baby, It's Cold Outside, the Elf version. I love that version. It's okay. And then It's Beginning to Look a Lot Like Christmas, Michael Bublé. Because there's nothing like putting up the tree and hearing the song, and Michael Bublé's voice is wonderful. So
When you put up the tree, who's doing what?
okay, so guys, this is all right. We're getting off topic here, okay? But my wife is fantastic. She does a lot. There's a lot that she does around the house. Her favorite thing to do is purchase things. That's her number one thing to do. Purchase things for decorations of all things, whether it's Thanksgiving, whether it's Valentine's Day, Halloween, whether it's
Where do you store all this stuff?
Valentine's Day. Exactly, Ryan. Where do I store all this stuff? So this year, I get 2 huge boxes. I'm like, Brittany, in like September, I'm like, what is this? She goes, those are my nutcrackers, because we're doing a nutcracker theme for Christmas this
you
year.
have themes?
Yeah, we have a theme this year.
Oh,
We've never had this before.
And
We
being
have
a
theme.
dink, Mark, I mean, to have themes every given year.
So whatever.
Dink life.
So last week at some point when we get home from Spain, I'm like, all right, let's start getting ready for Christmas. And I opened this box, and I really didn't realize that it was 6 feet tall. Like, my house is not that tall.
You're not that tall.
I'm not. No, it towers over me. So I start to build it. And Brittany, yeah, because I had to build it. Brittany looks at me, and she's like, she tries to tell me something. I go, Brittany, if you know what's good for you, you don't say anything. She goes, you think I'm scared of you? Oh. And she was like, do it this way. I'm like, all right, yes, ma'am. So I finished building it. It's white, by the way, so we have to paint it. Oh, don't worry.
That's racist. What do you have to paint it?
We got to paint it traditional
Mulatico?
nutcracker colors.
Oh, get the fuck
Red,
get
black.
out of here,
And
dude.
she asked me, she goes, can you stay inside the lines? I go, no, not really. So you make sure that you do the
Why
outline.
don't you should have our girls come over and they can paint it for you, but they won't stay in with
Yeah,
the
it's got to sit, dude. It's Brittany,
Wow,
okay?
dude.
Relax.
Are you?
The other thing about the decorations, let me tell you guys, if you come to my house and there's decorations and there's little tchotchkes around, everyone thinks it's the interior designer, ulterior designs. If you need anything, let me know. You think
Plug.
it's her. But no siree. This is the guy, okay? Christmas comes around. I go into the forest. I cut down the tree myself and put it on my shoulder. That's not true. But I'm the one that puts up the lights. I'm the one that puts up the ornaments. I'm the one that puts up the little things on the corners. It's me.
You're
okay?
Clark Griswold, dude.
Yeah, she's the one that makes me do everything, and she sits on the couch. She's like, "Do this, do that, do this," but it's me, okay? So I'm the one that puts on John Legend, okay? I do that. I start putting on the Christmas lights and all, and then she'll come and be like, "There's a hole there," and then walks away. But everyone calls it a Grinch. I'm Christmas, okay? In our house, I'm Christmas, and I didn't give you my number 3. My number 3 song is Last Christmas by Wham. Love it.
Oh, good song. Last Christmas, I gave you my heart.
The very next
Good song.
day.
This is a song. Wow. Okay. Honorable mention. I'm going to go with it. I'm going to go because of my sister and my wife love this woman. Mariah Carey, Mimi is incredible. That album, that Christmas album, she's made so many millions and millions of dollars off of this. All I want for Christmas is you. That is my number 3. Now, honorable mention, sorry. Number 3. This Christmas, Hang my mistletoe.
You gotta know the words.
I gotta get to know you better. Chris Brown, This Christmas, incredible. By the way, that movie is incredible.
I've never seen it.
You've never seen This Christmas?
No.
Mark, have you?
No,
Oh,
I
you
didn't
guys
even know
gotta
that was
check that
a
out,
movie.
dude.
Chris Brown in it?
Yes.
Yes.
He's one of the sons, and he does tie a little tenderness. Yeah. Dude, the best cover ever. Go watch that movie. My number 2, hot take here. It's not Christmas. It's Hanukkah. We're going with Adam Sandler and the Chanukah song.
Ooh, that's a great one.
Hanukkah.
That's a super hot take.
I mean, that is a Christmas song. It is what it is.
That's fine, but
Okay?
It's-
the Chanukah song, Adam Sandler, is my number 2. Chris.
well, since you just said it, my number 2 is also This Christmas, and so that you guys know, he forgot about it until I played it here.
I went first.
Yeah, so Chris Brown's version is great, but you didn't know what version is what I was playing earlier. But the Philly special, okay, the offensive linemen of the Philadelphia Eagles,
Oh.
they made albums, and their album is so awesome because, you know, you think that there's offensive linemen singing the songs, and I would recommend you guys to go do it. They do a version of This Christmas. I was going to put it number 2, especially because of the controversy with Chris Brown and everything, but then I listened to Chris Brown, and I'm sorry, I got to go Chris Brown.
Should we come out with a Christmas album? I mean, Mark's got a studio. We can make this work.
I mean, I think this is a studio, right?
Yeah, but the acoustics here, you know. But we could do this. Mark.
Yeah,
can,
we need
Mark,
to do.
Mark can.
we
Mark
need
can
one other thing besides the studio:
strum that drum.
voices, and we don't have any voices.
Excuse me. I have a beautiful voice.
Mark, you're number 2.
My number 2 was Elf. Baby It's Cold Outside with Zoe Deschanel and Will Ferrell. It's phenomenal. I love it. Zoe with blonde hair. It gets me every
Yeah,
time.
so
She's
much
in the
better.
shower there. I like it. It's just a great song. I watched Elf yesterday.
It was on for like 24 hours, no?
I watched it on streaming. I put it on HBO Max. Tried to get Sophie to watch it. She was not interested.
Of course not.
You're number 1, Mark.
My number 1 is none other than NSYNC's Christmas. What would it? Damn, what is it called?
Merry Christmas.
Merry
and Happy
Christmas.
holidays. That's also my number 1, by the way.
Wow, you guys
waiting
had dual number 1s.
all year for this time.
That song, dude.
They're great. I forgot about it.
I
I'll
know
be
you
honest.
did.
I'll be
I know you
honest.
did. I was looking at
There's
your
just so
list.
many. There's so many. The reason why this one is number 1 on my list is I am a movie score guy, and this is another movie that I think of that both of these scenes bring a tear to my eye. Legit tear. First of all, my new tradition started 4 years ago. Late Nochebuena. You put the kids to bed. Santa's coming, you know, gonna eat those cookies. And I watch the movie The Family Stone with Diane Keaton. It's really gonna hit hard this year because she passed away in real life.
How many times are you going to cry in one show?
I just love to cry. And and this song comes out, and it's from Judy Garland from Meet Me in St. Louis, and it's "Have Yourself a Merry Little Christmas." Have yourself a merry little Christmas.
I'm sorry, you do have a voice.
Thank you very much. It's in that one. And then in the movie, The Monuments Men. I don't know if you've ever seen it, guys. It is an incredible movie. You got Matt Damon. You got George Clooney, John Goodman, Bill Murray. Phenomenal cast. And Bill Murray's granddaughter sings this song to him while he's at war. And it's a phenomenal scene. Someone passes away during the scene, but you're crying. Have Yourself a Merry Little Christmas is a phenomenal song that I play throughout the year, Mark, because it's so good. So
Oh, that truly is a number 1 for you then.
it really is a number 1. That's my wife, and I always cry. So have yourself a Merry Little Christmas. All right, folks, that was a jam-packed week episode. Like we said, the Miami Dolphins win. You got a new fan in Elnor Rodriguez, and then also you have a live stream for the Steelers game. So hit that like and subscribe for 786 Sports. Follow us on YouTube. Follow us on Instagram, TikTok, and X. And we love you guys very much. Give us your top 3 Christmas songs as well, and who you think is the best team in the NFL right now. Chris, take us home.
Don't forget that this episode is brought to you by Sacieta Law, personal injury attorneys. If you've been injured in a car accident, you need more than just a lawyer. You need an advocate who truly cares and fights hard for what you deserve. Call Sacieta Law at 305-340-9082 or visit sacietalaw.com for your free consultation. Sacieta Law.